Dear viewers, regrettably, you have not been accepted to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. As a terrible constellation prize, Micah Let's Play has created a theory video about the Ravenclaw companion. We do hope you enjoy this video, and Micah has made an intro specifically for you. P.S. Yes, he is too good to you. Hoping you are well, the true heir of Slytherin, Micah Let's Play.
Now loading Micah's Let's Play.
Wit beyond measure is man's greatest treasure, and that's what the Ravenclaw say. Guys, today I'm so excited. We're going to be talking about the Ravenclaw companion and why I think they're going to be a key component to the main storyline and why Avalanche has been keeping their appearance under wraps. Now, it goes without saying there's been a lack of Ravenclaw representation since the State of Play came out, and a lot of people have been asking, where's Ravenclaw? What's going on? Twitter is all aflutter with asking, where is Ravenclaw? So many people have been looking for this companion because we got so much information, or should I say, a decent smattering of information on our three other companions, not Sione, Sebastian Sallow, and for some reason everyone thinks she's evil, Poppy Sweetie. Stop picking on Poppy, she's just as sweet as pie. Wait till the game comes out and I'm just eating my words. But anywho, today we're talking about Ravenclaw, right? Now, before I start to really dive into why I think the Ravenclaw companion could be our most valuable companion, the reason why I wanted to touch on this is because I wanted us to all think like a Ravenclaw, and why I think this character can be the key to all of this. For one, when you think about anyone from that house, think about Luna Lovegood, Professor Trelawney, Ollivander the Wandmaker, Cho Chang, and even the two nefarious professors, Lockhart and Quirrell. Now, when you think of Ravenclaw, the first thing you think of is brainy, stewardess, exacting, basically Hermione Granger. And to think like a Ravenclaw, we must be open-minded and a free thinker, someone who thinks in the abstract, someone who thinks outside the box. And I'm pretty sure we're all thinking of Luna Lovegood, right? And not even just Luna Lovegood, like I also said, Professor Trelawney. When you think about each character, both of them have a very abstract way of thinking, but are critical to the story. For example, let's use Luna Lovegood. Luna Lovegood is a character that believes so many incredible things that aren't even true to the wizarding world or are ambiguous to the wizarding world, which makes her seem oddballish and quirky, right? But now let's really think about it. Luna Lovegood is very observant. She's able to see things as they are. There are a few times in the books and in the movies where we notice that Luna is very observant to a scene, meaning that she's noticing she's interrupting someone's thought, or she has an abstract way of talking, or even in this scene right here.
Well, if I were you-know-who, I'd want you to feel cut off from everyone else. 'Cause if it's just you alone, you're not as much of a threat.
Think about it. She's able to observe things in a non-conforming kind of way, allowing her to see things deeper than most people would see. And for some reason, these Ravenclaw characters are seen as quirky, weird, and oddballish, as I've already stated, but it takes a deeper person to see past their weird exterior to be able to see the beautiful person within. Now let's talk about Professor Trelawney. Now in the books they made Professor Trelawney and in the movie seem like she wasn't really that great at what she does. She's kind of weird. She has these giant glasses that make her eyes look super big. But this chick be making the most key prophecies. For example, when Trelawney's first introduced in book 3, she says, "My dear, you are marked by the Grim," meaning that it's one of the darkest omens in the wizarding world. In class, Ron was able to predict Harry's fate with the Grim by telling him, "You're gonna suffer, but be happy about it," predicting Harry's outcome when he fought off the Dementors to save Sirius Black and himself. And Trelawney kept saying to Harry, oh, you're marked for death, you're marked for death, you're marked for death. And what happened in the Deathly Hallows? Harry Potter died, as Trelawney kept telling him, honey, you are marked for death. And a lot of things that they were doing in the class of divination was really important because they all came to pass. If you read any of the books, you'll notice a lot of the little side comments or side predictions that Trelawney was making, a lot of them were coming to pass in the books. And it was absolutely incredible when I would read something and have to go back and say, oh my God, this was a prediction. It came to pass. And a lot of people kept brushing it under the rug, making Trelawney's prediction seem not that important. As again, she made crucial prophecies in the story 2 different times. And this is why I say a Ravenclaw, with the way they think, their high-minded thinking, their very abstract, out-of-the-box thinking, is going to be the key thing that helps our protagonists uncover the mysteries throughout Hogwarts Legacy. Here's my candidate for who I believe is going to be our Ravenclaw companion, and that is the one, the only, the enigmatic Professor Fig. Because if you look up the word enigmatic, hopefully I'm saying that correctly, it means difficult to interpret or understand, mysterious. And honestly, as I said before, that's kind of how a Ravenclaw character is. They're kind of hard to understand, they're difficult to interpret, they're like these amazing thinkers. As I said, I think Professor Fig is our companion. Why? Because it seems like he is the one that's driving or helping you to uncover all of the mystery surrounding the ancient magic. Because if you've seen every scene you have with him, he is the one that's helping you activate, or he's with you, and it seems like he's with you during very critical key points in the story. For example, when you see him here, it looks like he activated a pensive, which the silver orb thing comes out and the swirls start happening. Then you see here where you see the symbol of the ancient magic, and in that symbol, we as the protagonist, we touch it, and the Gringotts bank that's behind us, it vanishes into this wall. So it seems like he's the character that's going to help us, and I think he's going to also help us through the power of pensives. Now, for those of you who don't know what pensives are these flat dishes or stone dishes that are like silver or whatever, and inside of them are memories of wizards that came before. So I believe he's going to help us with these pensives uncover the mystery that Merlin has left behind for us, or keys to helping us better understand the ancient magic, because as it says right here,
you can even use the mysterious, powerful magic your professors do not understand to obliterate your strongest foes.
We have magic that not even our professors understand. So wouldn't it make sense that the Ravenclaw professor would be the one to help us with this? Now, not that he actually is a Ravenclaw, this is just my speculation on that, but I think it would make the most sense that he would be the companion to do this for us. But let's just say it's not Professor Fig, and Professor Fig is just a father figure like Dumbledore. Let's say it is a fellow student, which I believe this fellow student would be male, because we already have 2 female companions and only 1 male companion, so it makes sense that this Ravenclaw companion would be a dude. But the same rules would apply. Someone who's very outside of the box thinking, someone who loves to do research, who loves to learn, and the words of the Sorting Hat.
Or yet, in wise old Ravenclaw, if you've a ready mind, where those of wit and learning will always find their kind.
You be the judge. So now, think about this. Imagine a Hermione Granger-esque, Luna Lovegood style of character that is going to help us uncover these mysteries. Because think about it, we're new to Hogwarts, we don't know much about it, and we're gonna need a Hermione-esque type character or partner to help us along the way, and that's gonna be the Ravenclaw character. This is why I think that we're not getting any information on them, because the Ravenclaw character is too tied in with the main storyline. So I think that their companion quest, it's a part of the key storyline. And I hope what I'm saying is making sense. But what do you guys think? Do you believe that Professor Fig is our Ravenclaw companion, or do you believe someone else is our Ravenclaw companion? So now that I'm done talking about the Ravenclaw character and how they might potentially be the key to helping us unravel the mystery of the ancient magic, now I'm going to talk a little bit about Merlin and how we are a descendant of his and how this all ties together. Now let's talk about Daddy Merlin. Oh yes, I went there.
In case you didn't know that you needed a Daddy Merlin shirt, I got you.
Thank you, Prophet Lynette. You can check out her YouTube channel, WizardPhD, in the link down below. Oh my god, she has a t-shirt line of this, and I so support this movement. Now, on to the theory. Now, I'm sure if you are a living, breathing person on the internet and super excited to play Hogwarts Legacy, then it's no surprise to you that everyone's been saying that our character, the protagonist of the new Hogwarts Legacy game, is a descendant of Merlin. I know, shocking, right? This is how I was able to come up with this conclusion, tying in with the Ravenclaw character being the key player or the key companion that's going to help us unlock the mystery. If you know anything about Merlin, you would know that he is one of the world's most famous wizards of all time, even outside the wizarding world of Harry Potter. But in the wizarding world, Merlin was known for his skills in the cutting-edge arts of medieval science, and his abilities are not limited to astrology, cosmology, prophecy, and natural magic. Basically, ancient magic and natural magic, or nature magic, is all tied in together. For one, Merlin was known for using an oak wood wand, which ties into the elements of nature, and doing wandless magic. Now, why am I mentioning all of this, and how does this prove that our character, the player character, the protagonist character, is a descendant of Merlin? That is in the companions that we get. Natsai, Sebastian, and Poppy. Let me explain. Number one, Natsione comes from Wagadu, the largest wizarding school in the entire world, and at that school, they are known for their skills in wandless magic, divination, and astrology. And guess who's the new teacher of divination? Natsai's mom. And this ties back into Merlin's gifts yet again. The other character is Poppy Sweeting. And Poppy Sweeting is all about loving the animals. And what are the animals tied into? These magical beasts. They're all tied into some sort of nature or natural magic, because these beasts are of nature, right? So again, that ties back into Merlin. Here's where we deviate from Merlin is with Sebastian. Sebastian's character, in his storyline, he's basically going to teach us the dark arts, which Merlin was very opposed of. Merlin did not like the dark arts, he was very against it, but here's an opportunity to take one of Merlin's descendants and tie them in with the dark arts, which I think is actually pretty cool. Now again, you might be saying, well, how does this prove that our character is a descendant of Merlin? Technically it doesn't, but it does make a nice theory, because when you think about it, you have these three companions who are basically setting you up to be the next Merlin. One helping you identify ancient magic, how to find it, where to locate it, right? Because Merlin left all these clues behind for a successor to find this ancient magic. And also, Merlin has no gravestone. There's no rumor that he's had a family. I personally think he found Miss Morgan Le Fay and was like, yo girl, I'm digging them robes, and in the words of Syndrome,
and got busy!
Again, you be the judge. So now with that already in place, we don't know Merlin's family tree at all, but yet here is this new protagonist who survived this mysterious something, but yet they are able to do what Merlin was do, and that was tap into natural or nature magic, this ancient magic that is all about Hogwarts Legacy. And as I said before, I believe it is Professor Fig, who's our Ravenclaw companion, who's gonna help us figure this out through Pensives, because Hogwarts is built on, or I believe was built around, the Hogwarts Pensive, meaning all of this ancient knowledge, all of this ancient wisdom, all of this ancient magic is right there in that Pensive. And who's gonna be the one clever enough to help us figure it out? Ravenclaw, of course. And then our friends, our companions, even though their quests are optional, I believe when we take their companion quest, it's going to give us a boost to the abilities that we already have. So let's just say, for example, when we use Notsai is going to help us with divination, astrology, and wandless magic, or her mother is going to help us with divination and astrology. Just saying, when we join with Poppy in her companion quest, she unites us with magical beasts and centaurs were known for their gifts in astrology. This just all ties back into Merlin. And then when you think about Sebastian Sallow, even though Merlin was very against the dark arts, but guess who Merlin was trained under? Salazar Slytherin, the guy who created the Slytherin house, which Merlin was a part of. He was a student and possibly even taught under Salazar Slytherin himself. So as you can see, even though these things are being wildly speculated over, but you see how this can easily tie everything together, showing proof that our character is possibly a descendant of Merlin or a worthy successor of Merlin. Because think about it, as you go throughout the game, you go throughout the dungeon, and you start to go in them to plunder their secrets and find these magical pensives with keys to unraveling the secrets of the ancient magic all throughout Hogwarts Castle. They may even be cryptic, and again, this goes back to having a Ravenclaw companion smart enough to help us figure out what Merlin is trying to tell us. So for me, I think that we are Merlin's descendant. I think these things point at it so heavily, and I think this is why the Ravenclaw companion is being so kept under wraps, because their story is so heavily tied in with the main storyline. But again, those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm just talking out my ass? Or you agree with me? Because I would love to know your thoughts and opinions down below. Stay tuned, more goodness on Hogwarts Legacy will be coming from yours truly, the true heir of Slytherin, myself, as more information is dropped on this game. In the next Game Awards, I believe it's going to happen December 8th, there might be some more information revealed on Hogwarts Legacy right before the game comes out next year on February 10th, which I cannot wait. And guys, it is literally less than 100 days away. But with all that said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, do me a huge favor by considering liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and hitting the notification bell. Because when you do all those things, more people see my content and it helps my channel grow. Because I am dead set on getting this channel above 1,000 subscribers for the end of the year 2023. And I can't do that without you. Remember my golden rules: live, think, and dream big, choose love over fear, and with all that said, mischief manage.